Hi, this is Vicki with My Paper Connection. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and I am so happy that you are going to join me tonight. I am going to be doing a little bit of stamping tonight using the Dove of Hope stamp set, and I've already cut out some of the dies that I'll be using, and I'm going to make some really pretty cards. Before I do that though, I just wanted to tell you about a couple of things. Right now, very soon, I'm going to be able to lay my hands on a package of the mini catalogs. They are so cool, and there's some really fun stuff in it. And I plan to do a video of the things that I've received with my pre-order very soon. And then in January, starting the 5th, which this catalog will become available to us in December, but you can start ordering from it in January. And then celebration starts. So if you don't already have a demonstrator and you don't already have a mini catalog, let me know and I'll be happy to get one to you. The next thing I wanted to tell you about, get all of my housekeeping stuff out of the way, is my next online card class, which is the Forever Golden Greenery. And I'm using the Forever Fern stamp set, some of the dies, and these are the 4 cards that we will make in this online card class. It's $32. No, $30. Sorry, I adjusted it. $30, and you get everything that you need to make 8 of these cards, but you also receive an entire package of the Forever Gold laser cut paper, specialty paper, and a package of the gilded gems. All right, that closes on November the 30th. And so if you're interested in that, go to mypaperconnection.com or message me through Facebook Messenger, and I'll be happy to get with you. All right, I'm going to start with this first card. I made this, and we're actually going to be doing this at my class on Thursday. I have a in-person class on Thursday, and we're going to be making this. And we're going to make this one as well. I've already made one using the shaded spruce, but I'm going to make this one tonight using the cherry cobbler. And of course, I can't lay my hands on my bone folder. So, you know, this is the trick. You just pick up an acrylic block and you just run it along the edges there. This is 5.5 by 8.5. I have already taken a piece of Whisper White. Hi, Kathy. Hey, Jan. I've already taken a piece of Whisper White that's 4 by 5.25, and I ran it through the Subtles embossing folder. I don't know if my light is too bright or if you can see this or not, but Subtles is one of my go-tos. I use the Subtle embossing folder quite a bit, and it just changes the look of the entire card. On this one, I used the I can't think of the name of it, but it's got little embossed triangles. I thought it would be perfect with this plaid designer series paper. So Jan, when you come to class Thursday, this is what we're gonna make. Woohoo! And then, so I'm using 4 by 5.25, and then this paper is from the 'Tis the Seasons, I believe, and it is 2 inches by 5.25. I'm gonna go ahead and glue this on, and you can see it's the plaid paper, it's just the reverse side of it. I just thought it would be really pretty. Dainty Diamonds, yes, that's it. And before I glue it onto the Whisper White, I'm gonna glue a piece of the green foil onto it. I don't want to put the glue on here because I don't really know how far to go over. So I'm just going to put it on the side of my designer series paper. And then I'll just match it up like this. Flip it over. I only want about, I don't know, what is that, 1/4? No, I only want 1/8 of an inch. I have never been much with measurements, but I think that might be about 1/8 of an inch. Close to, anyway, right? Okay, so then at this point, then I'll just go ahead and I'll put glue on the back of it and glue it onto my Whisper White. I was telling somebody at a card class the other day, because the way that they were doing it was they were gluing their card front down to their card base and then gluing everything onto this. So they would put this on first and then glue all this onto here. There's so many things that can go wrong in that. And so I always like to start at the top and build down. That's typically the way I will go whenever I'm making a card. It just feels safer that way for some reason. All right, so now I'm just going to go ahead and put some glue on the back of this. The exception of that is whenever I have pieces that I'm going to stamp separately and then add on with dimensionals. I don't typically do that. Look how pretty that green is, though. It really picks up that hint of green right there. Okay, so now I'm going to take my cherry cobbler and I'm going to stamp my sentiment, which the font on this is so, so pretty. I'm just going to stamp Peace on Earth right here at the bottom. Oh, it didn't go as much as I wanted. Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to fix that because I'm going to get my Stampin' Right marker and I'm going to just come in here a little bit. Let me do it with the other end. I'm just going to kind of color it in just slightly. Hopefully I can make it work and it not be too dark. Okay. It's a little darker, but if I go over the other bit, it will be all right. How many of you guys do this, that you, either your ink pad is not quite inked as much as it should, or you didn't get a good seal or whatever on it? I think for me, I get a little bit nervous with the red rubbers. The red rubber stamp, because I'm always afraid that I have a little bit of ink on the edges or something and that it just might get on it or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's the great thing about these Stampin' Right markers. You can always go back and just kind of fill it in a little bit, as long as it's conducive, you know, if the stamp, the image is conducive. And I don't know if this is or not. I don't know if I'm doing a very good job with it, but we'll see. I might need to just fill it in just a little bit more right in there. Okay, that's all I'm going to do for right this minute, because I don't want to take a whole lot of time showing you what I'm doing with the card itself. So I'll go back over it probably after we get off of here. Okay, so now I'm going to use this image. It's a really simple card. I'm just going to use this image right here and this one. And I'm going to use my black memento. That's probably what I should have done. Yeah, that's better. That's probably what I should have done whenever I did this before with my piece. Just going to stamp it right here. Okay. And then I'm going to bring this in, which is my ornament. I'm going to turn it where I can see it, because, you know, my head and the camera. That's pretty close. Pretty darn close. Okay. So now I'm going to take in some shaded spruce, real red, mossy meadow. Dark old olive. And I'm going to color it in a little bit. So I'll just color in the leaves. I just totally did that the wrong color. Don't mind me. That one was actually for a different one. So here, I'm going to fix that though. I'm just going to go over it with the shaded spruce. I actually kind of like that with it, so makes it a little darker, but it's okay. I love stamping blends, and one of the things that I love about it is combining colors, mixing and matching and blending. And I'll take colors that aren't even in the same family, especially like Free as a Bird. I don't know if you've ever seen, hey Carol. I don't know if you've ever seen any of my videos with the Free as a Bird, but I have used like Balmy Blue and Daffodil Delight, and I've blended those colors together for like the chest of the bird, and it turned, if I'm saying so myself, it turned out so pretty. I actually kind of like this. This is one of those things my husband says I ought to say. It's a happy mistake. I actually like the depth of those leaves like that. Okay, I'll take it. All right, I'm just going to use the darker one here on the berries. I am going to, though, go around the edges of the ornament with the dark. Just lightly. And then I'll come back in with the lighter cherry cobbler and blend it all together. Okay, I'm getting there. I'm going to bring back in the shaded spruce, and I'm going to use a little bit of, this is the bronze, and I'm going to just do a little circle around here like that, and then color in the top of it so it's kind of metallic looking. Even though it's normally silver, I just like the contrast of that. I'll use the dark shaded spruce and do my little outlines. And come back in with the lighter. Turn it a little bit. I'm going to come in with some Winkostella, and that's really going to make it kind of shine. Last year we had some this liquid gel stuff that you could use that would make it kind of look like glass, and I don't think that they're selling it this year. I still have mine, and I tried it on something the other day, but it was a little bit goopy. But look how pretty that is. Look how it shines with that Winkostella. Oh, love it. Okay, so now I will put some dimensionals on the back of it. Just put it right there. Kathy, you're addicted to them. I love stamping blends. It's probably my favorite way to color. Although I do like to watercolor, but that can go wrong. It's easy for it to go wrong. It's a little too bright, isn't it? Let me turn that light a little bit. Maybe that'll be a little better. Okay. How's everybody doing tonight? You had a good day? It was actually a little chilly in Georgia this morning, but I didn't mind. I really didn't. I think that's crooked. Okay, lift it up a little bit. Hopefully not tear it. I sat down in my recliner with a cup of coffee, my puppies, and the Bible with the fireplace. And it was a perfect morning, perfect way to start the morning. Okay, take your pick. I'm gonna put, let's see, I was gonna put snowflakes on there, but I think I'm just going to put some, I think I will. I'll just go ahead and put snowflakes because it'll kind of match that. It has been a busy, busy day here. I actually got to have lunch with a friend that I haven't seen since, I think, February, which was really nice. It was great to see her. Okay, so there you go. That's pretty. I think I like the plaid, but I don't think you can really appreciate this until you kind of see it in person. I really do like it. It's very pretty. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Hey, Cheyenne. It's good to see you the other night at the ball game. Okay, this one we're going to do cherry cobbler. And again, since I can't lay my hand on my bone folder, I am going to put some, this is also 'Tis the Season, I believe. And it is 3 3/4 by 5, and I'm going to glue it onto a piece of smoky slate. Yeah. There we go. Okay, I'll put this on here. Yeah, I saw Cheyenne at the ball game the other night. My grandson plays in the band and her nephew plays in the band. And it was really cool. Okay. It was really cool to be able to see them play. That's the reason why I go to the game, is for the band. And they play really well. Okay, here we go. I don't want to say that they play better than the football team, but oops, I may have said it. Okay, this is the metallic mesh ribbon. And this was actually billed in the catalog with Halloween. And I have used it for quite a bit that wasn't Halloween. And I really, really, really enjoy it. And you know what? You can actually, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but you can actually color this with Stampin' Blends. I'm on a design team, and I colored it black with a Stampin' Blend marker one time. And it turned out so good. Now, you know, I'm a glue dot person, and I normally will use glue dots for this, but because it's mesh, and because there's not anything that's really like thick on it, I'm just using Scotch tape on it for that. Okay, I'm gonna set that to the side. I'm bringing in, this is from the Stitched So Sweetly dies, and I'm going to use Smoky Slate. Whoops, if I don't close my finger up in it first. And I'm going to use the dove for this one. I'm just going to place it right about here, like that. And I'm going to show you a little trick with it. I'm going to go ahead and do my, let me see, I'm going to use my cherry cobbler and use my sentiment first though, and then I'll do it. There we go. It must be my ink pad. I think I must need to move the ink around on it a little bit. All right, so I'm going to show you a little trick with this. And I'm going to use the cherry cobbler and what else? Smoky Slate and my color lifter. Okay, so I'll go ahead and I'll do, and I don't normally color on these type of inks. I normally use Memento because this is a water-based ink. But I'm not doing a ton of it. I'm just gonna do just a couple passes here on the leaves in the old olive. This is what I had the old olive out for. Got myself confused there earlier. So I'm not doing enough of it that it's gonna smear the ink around or anything. I'm just doing one little dot right there. Then I'm gonna take, this is just too, I don't know, it just doesn't look complete. So I'm gonna take a Smoky Slate, and I'm just gonna go around some of the edges of the, and that sounds gross, right? A gray dove, it'll look like a dingy, dirty dove. That was funny, dingy, dirty dove. Anyway, I got myself distracted there. But I tell you, it really will look good. It will have some depth and dimension to it, and it will look really more artistic than just an image. Okay, just trust me on it. Okay. Okay. All right, and then anytime you're using your stamping blends, you should always have a color lifter. Now, it doesn't completely just take the color away, but what it does is it helps you, and I think I need a new one, but it helps you to move the color around. So it's not gonna just make it magically disappear, but it will help you to move it around. And that's exactly what I wanna do. I wanna thin this out a little bit so that it's not harsh lines, but so that the gray is there, that Smoky Slate color is there. I don't want it to look like I just colored in gray. You know what I'm saying? I just want it to be soft. And it will work. Hopefully my color lifter has enough juice in it to, I think I have another one. I need to just get it out. Okay, just kind of go along it. Just smear that around a little bit. Like I said, it's not going to make it go away completely. And the more that it sets, the more that it will just kind of spread. I forgot to do its beak, so I'm going to use some light soft suede and just put it in there for its beak. Like that. All right. Then I've already cut out a piece of silver foil. This is the largest one of the Stitch So Sweetly, I think is what these are called. It's the largest one of it, and there's not another one bigger, but the, which makes sense if it's the largest one, but the oval does, and it works perfectly. And I felt like it just kind of, it went along with this metallic mesh. So I'm gonna go and put some glue on the back of it. I'm just about out of glue, and I have two others that are just about out. I don't know how that happened, but I brought them as backups just in case. Okay. There we go. Then we're just gonna put just a few of the dimensionals on the back of it. These doves are just so pretty. I really, really like them. Which, I love birds anyway, as you all know, which I have probably said. Your niece plays the saxophone. Yeah, my grandson plays the trombone, and he actually is the he's a section leader for the trombones. He's a sophomore this year, and he kind of likes being section leader and telling people what to do, I think. But he's good. He's really good at what he does. So this is a die that comes with the dies with the with the Dove of Hope. I'll show you. There are quite a lot of them. And there's two of them that are the small little, no, there's one that's a small leaf and then the larger leaf. And then I'll show you how to put together a die-cut dove on the next card. But I went ahead and cut out a piece of this in garden green, and it's a larger one, so I'm just going to go along the edge right here where this joint is, and I'm just going to cut along that joint, and then it won't, see, it looks like it's supposed to be almost like supposed to be two separate ones. All right, so I'm going to use glue dots, and I'm going to tuck it up under there. Okay. Just going to put these together, and then I'll tuck it up under like that. I'm going to take another one and just kind of roll it a little bit. Stick it right up under there. Carol, you played the flute in your high school band many moons ago. My daughter played the flute. I have a funny story about her. To this day, it makes me laugh. She's very competitive, and she was always first chair, which is, I think, where my grandson gets it from, between him and his dad, or between his mom and his dad. But anyway, she would go outside with her flute and her hula hoop, and she would hula hoop in the driveway and play Star Spangled Banner with her flute. It's still one of the funniest memories of my daughter that I have. It cracks me up thinking about that. She is such a funny girl. Okay, then I'm just gonna put some rhinestones right up under here. I didn't play in the band. I actually sang in the choir, and I grew up playing the piano, took piano lessons for 10 years. So there's my second card. Isn't that pretty? And that was just using the stance. And you can see how it really softened up. Even after I stopped using it, it really softened up. Isn't that pretty? Okay, my last card for the night. Let's see. Kathy. Aw, thank you. You don't need this set. Oh, sure you do. Thank you, Suzanne. Okay. These dies for this dove, oh my goodness, so pretty. Now this is garden green again, or not again, but it is garden green, and it is 'tis the season again. And I'm gonna go ahead and glue this on. It's 3 3/4 by 5, and I'm putting it on a piece of Whisper White, which is 4 by 5 1/4. I had a lot of fun creating this. I did a sampler for a retreat for demonstrators, and that's how I came about this design for this. It's not exactly like it, but it's a good bit like it. Let me see if I can get it even, for Pete's sake. I don't know that I did, but it's pretty close. Okay, then I also cut, thank you, Cheyenne. I also cut a piece of silver foil, and it is 3/4 inches by 5. And I'm just going to glue that on. And you know how I normally wrap ribbon around a card front? I'm not gonna wrap it this time, but I am gonna put ribbon on it. When you're using this foil, you have to make sure you don't have glue on your fingers, which I did. Okay, all right, so I'm going to use the striped, diagonal stripe ribbon, and it's Mossy Meadow. This is garden green, but it's pretty close, and it's gonna work, I promise. And I'm just gonna cut a piece that is about like this. I'm going to try to make sure that it's even, okay? And I'm going to use this side versus this because you can definitely tell a difference, I think. I don't know though. I actually kind of like it. I'll show you the original one that I did. I don't know. I'm actually kind of going with that. I think that's what I'm going to do. Never mind. Don't mind me. Let's see though. If I'm gonna do that though, I need my cut to be at a different angle. So that angle will work. I'll just go ahead and cut it off, and then we'll go with it from there. Okay. I want my angle to be that way. So I'm going to cut just a little bit more of an angle on it. Hopefully I can do it and it holds still. When you have this little bitty bit of a piece, sometimes it's hard. Okay, that works. Then I'm going to put a strip of tear and tape along the back of it. Back here. I'm going to try to keep my ribbon pretty even so that I don't get any weird curves or anything in it. But thankfully, once I take the backing off, even if I get some curves, I'll be able to straighten it up mostly, I think. Okay, rub it down really well because it's really hard to get that backing off if you don't, especially on ribbon, because it's going to want to come up off of the ribbon with it. Look at there. I've said it before, but I find something so satisfying about ripping that off. I don't know what it is. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it along the edge of the card, and I'm not going to do it in the middle of the foil. I'm just going to kind of do it along the edge here and then try to straighten it out so I make sure that it's even, and then put it across like that. It's not completely straight, but it's pretty darn close, I think. Okay. Then I'm going to take my Boydie, my beautiful little Boydie. I'm going to put it together. There's 4 pieces. Actually, there's 4 dies, but I'm going to use 5 because I just feel like it makes it look fuller and more complete. I have seen it with them only using the 4, but I'm adding a 5th wing because I just roll that way. I'm extra when it comes to this stuff. Okay, I'm just putting a little bit of the glue on the back of it. Then I'm going to line it up with the wing. And then just make sure the edges are all lined up. Okay. Then I'm going to do the same thing on this. This has the hollow feather, the outline of it. Then there is a second piece that it goes on top of it. So I'll do the same thing here. I'll just add just little bitty bits of glue on the back. Maybe a little bit right across there too. Then line it up. Just press it in place. Okay, now before I commit and put it in place, I am going to put a little bit of glue right there on the back because I do kind of want it to, I want to be able to scooch it and it stick. Then I'm bringing my other wing in and doing it like this. Now my glue's on there so I can adjust it how I see fit. But, okay, look at that and then look at that. It makes a huge difference to me. So, and it didn't take but just a minute to cut out an extra piece. The devil's in the details, right? Okay, so now I'm gonna take Garden Green ink and I'm gonna stamp my sentiment, which is peace, joy, and love, onto a, hold on a second. I'm not having a replay of me messing and gamming. We're not doing that. Thank you, Carol. Just wipe my hands really quickly. A couple weeks ago, man, I had ink going everywhere. All right, so this is 3/4 by, I don't know, maybe 2 inches, 3 inches, between 2 and 3. I'm just gonna stamp peace, joy, and love right here. Ah, stink. Okay, see, I got it on there. Hold on, I'll fix that. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Perfection. I like it when a plan goes well. All right, now I have a piece here that is, I think it's about 2 7/8. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back of this piece of foil. Oh, before I do that, hang on a minute, hang on. Let me put my dove in place so I can make sure I have really good placement. Hold the boat. All right, I do like to put my dimensionals where the wing is meeting the body. That just gives it a little bit more stability. Makes me feel better. Lets me know it's not going anywhere. I'm so glad I figured this trick out. It saves so much time. Okay, now we're just gonna put this little baby right in here. So it really didn't matter that it was just a tiny bit crooked. I'm going to use a glue dot and I'm gonna use my little olive leaf and put a glue dot on it and stick it right under his mouth. That's why I needed to have placement of my dove before I laid my foil down. I got a little bit of goo right there, so I'm going to lay it like right in here. I want my edges to be about the same. I'm scooting a little bit, I think, if I can. Ah, sticky fingers. And then I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. I'm trying to be calm while I do these. I get so excited and I'm trying to be more calm. So I'm just like more deliberate and I'm not throwing stuff all over the place so that I can't lay my hands on it as I'm working. Can y'all feel the peace and the zen from me? I'm working on it. Okay. I just wanted to offset it just like it's off to the side, like it's slanted, because you know I didn't cover that. So, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of glue or a lot of glue. Hey, Jean. On the back. Put it on the front. And oh my goodness, how pretty. Now, I could put some, I didn't on this one because it seemed a little busy with the mistletoe, but I feel like this needs something. So I'm gonna bring in my rhinestones again. Let me just figure out where I want to put them. I don't know if I want to be random on here with it or if I just want to kind of do it right up under here. What do you guys think? Should I go random 3 or should I just put 3 right about here? Hey, KK. What do you guys think? Any suggestions? If I don't hear anything, I'm going to start putting them down. Let's see. I'm kind of leaning towards this way. The dark green makes it look richer. Oh, I think so too. Very elegant. I'm thinking I'm just going to do them like this. Just do 3 in a row. Right here. Only an actual row and not all over the place. 3 under the message. Well, good. Great minds, Cheyenne. Great minds. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Isn't that just beautiful? I love that. So, so happy with it. Okay, so I'll show you what we did tonight. This one I had already done. And for those who are local and coming to my card class Thursday morning, you'll be doing these 2. You won't be doing these, however. And then we have these. This is pretty much the same. The paper is a little different. The designer series paper is a little different. This looks like wallpaper to me. I think I actually prefer this one, this paper, the best. I love them both though. And this one is my favorite. I thought this would be really nice with the leaves and it would pick up, but this is just elegant. It's so pretty. What do you guys think? Love it. Just a reminder, because some of you were not on whenever I went live in the beginning. This is the Forever Gold and Greenery card class. It's actually $30 rather than $32. And sign up, the deadline to sign up for this class, and this is on an online class, is November 30th. So you get to make 2 each of these. So if you're interested, let me know. And also for those who were not already on, if you're interested in a catalog and you don't already have a demonstrator, let me know and I'll be happy to get one out to you. In the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed the class or the online not the class, a Facebook Live. I hope you feel peace. I'm trying to exude peace tonight. And I hope that you will come back and join me next week. It may be on Thursday next week. I'm not real sure. No, that is Thanksgiving. It will be probably Tuesday. I may have to do it Tuesday. And it'll be my Paper Pumpkin Alternatives. So anyway, come join me. Thanks for joining me tonight. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Take care. Bye.